Maya and Jamie is a young couple from London that has been recently assaulted by 3 hooligans in their own apartment. Maya is expecting a child. When Jamie's aunt dies and leaves her house in the Irish countryside to the couple, Maya and Jamie consider it a sign of destiny and eagerly move into their new home. However, despite its idyllic look, the new place is brimming with danger. Some of the locals are really strange people. And there's one more thing. In the woods just behind the house, there live mysterious monsters that each night demand a bloody offering. It's getting increasingly hard to impress a picky viewer with the story alone. That's why many filmmakers venture into experimenting with the form. The creators of Unwelcome tried to find the middle ground between the gloomy sociopathy of straw dogs, the brutality of pagan horrors about forest monsters, and the black humor of Joe Dante and Jim Henson, who gave us the iconic 1980s hits Gremlins and Labyrinth, respectively. The end product turned out to be quite uneven. On the other hand, if the director Jon Wright wanted to make a movie that would stand out, Unwelcome surely hit that target. The Irish director Jon Wright seems to come from a different time. His debut feature, a teen horror Tormented, released in the end of 2000s and talked about a high school student who came back from the dead to avenge his bullies. Wright's next project was a comedy horror Grabbers about an attempted alien intrusion that was sabotaged by local drunks. Then followed a sci-fi action film Robot Overlords about gigantic alien robots. It looks like all these works were inspired by the cinema of the 80s that Wright grew up on. Over the recent years, Wright had been working mostly on TV projects. Unwelcome is his first feature in 8 years. The picture looks like a scary fairy tale and is fun to watch, but it's not all rosy and innocent. You see bellies cut open and eyes squeezed out, so be sure to keep the kids away from the screen. The forest monsters turn out to be mythical creatures that are called Thar Derig, or Red Caps. It's interesting that the goblins only show up in the last third of the movie. During the first hour, Wright focuses on a psychological confrontation between a couple of modern Londoners and a brazen Irish family that Maya and Jamie were imprudent enough to hire to do renovations on their house. Despite apparent caricature portrayal, the Irish troublemakers look convincing in their wickedness. If anything, Wright did a great job creating a nerve-tickling feeling of constant danger that is lurking just around the corner. Unwelcome alternates between beautiful forest landscapes and ingenuine lawn scenes that literally scream, filmed in a studio. Interestingly enough, it feels like Wright did that on purpose. The unnatural lighting that makes the characters cast a number of shadows under unrealistic angles seems to be a shout-out to Jim Henson's puppet films. A weighty thriller plot and caricature characters, centuries-old woods and artificial-looking houses, rivers of blood and witty jokes, all this makes for a unique and memorable film, even though it doesn't quite work as a horror. But if you grew up on the movies of the 80s, you're sure to feel and appreciate the distinctive vibe that permeates Wright's work.